What's good, LT gang? It's your boy LT, and welcome back to another episode on the LT Show. Once again, we bringing it back with another collab video, as usual. But hey, today we got the homie in here, Sunny Vibes, on here with the channel with us today. You feel me? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and tell us a.
Hey guys.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's like really skipping, but hey guys,
It's good.
Shakel with Sunny Vibes. Subscribe, lick the notifications to my YouTube channel. It's just really a personal blog. Just Sunny Vibes, good vibes all around. So definitely subscribe to my channel.
Right, so what kind of video should we be expecting if we were to go to your channel?
So if you guys go to my channel, you will just really just see like a whole bunch of adventures that I've been on and just really some real life, life situations that I've been through. And just basically how I've been able to recover and just cope and just really just move forward, with my life.
That's valid. But hey, y'all, I'm going to put her channel in the description box below. You feel me? I need y'all to spam her like button as well. I need y'all to comment on her stuff as well. You feel me? Look out for it. But you feel me? Today, we're going to go ahead and get into what we was talking about. So, we've had a few conversations about social media and how it changed everything. Mm-hmm. It's changed the music industry, and it's also changed everyday life. So how do you feel about social media changing everything?
I just feel like, people don't really take the essential things as serious, like mental health stuff and depression. Just, like people like suicide and stuff like that. I just feel like people really just don't take it serious. People rather watch it, but they don't want to really physically do anything about it. And like, I feel like social media just kind of takes the seriousness away from all that matters, especially like Black Lives Matter. I mean, it's kind of helped, like the whole movement, but, people just rather sit back, and watch and not actually put in the work, that's needed to really make a change.
Yeah, the way I feel about the Black Lives Movement on social media, I think it was great that it got a lot of donations and a lot of people wanting to support it. But I feel like once it went onto social media, it turned into like a popularity contest. It was
like who can support like the Black Lives Matter movement
the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like who can do it the best
way. Who can get the most people? Like
seriously
and stuff. Like because I watch Love and Hip Hop or Housewives of Atlanta, and I don't know if you know Portia on there, but like she was already famous, obviously, but like people were saying she was getting cool points, because she went to jail for doing the protests.
I'm saying they got so much clout for it. It was like, yup, I went to jail for doing the Black Lives Matter. Yup.
But it's crazy because I guess like her grandfather was like a Black Lives Matter movement person like back in the day, and like she didn't even know that like the Underground Railroad was like, not like a real train. That was just a way for slaves to basically escape. She didn't know that. So I thought it was funny how she's now a big ass advocate. You know what I'm saying? Like for Black Lives Matter, and like people just ignore the fact that she didn't know that.
It's like so we just gonna forget that happened. Yeah, that was never said.
I just know that I'm a celebrity and like I went to jail for this, and it's been documented and recorded because it's online.
But back to my point of things being a popularity contest on social media, it's like that with a lot of things. It's like whenever a celebrity dies nowadays, everybody knows it's sad. But then once they die and it's all over social media, that's when everybody becomes a fan of that person who just passed away. Because now
like you weren't even thinking about them when they were alive.
So I know when King Von passed away, I know some people were saying, well, I don't like his music, or I don't like him as a person, or this, that, and the third. As soon as he does it, like, oh, long live King Von. I'm like, Like,
Yeah, like honestly, I didn't even
huh?
know who King Von was. I just like that day that he died. I guess I got on Yubo and like everybody had that on their like profile picture. I'm like, who's King Von? Then I got on Facebook and like people I knew was talking about him, and then my girlfriend was like, he's some rapper, and I'm like, I never heard of him. So it's
It
like
was like,
I don't know. I
see,
feel like people just pay attention to the wrong things.
I'm glad that you said that. Like, at least you stayed true, but like, I've never heard of him. You weren't like, oh, that was my guy. That was my nigga. Like, I'm telling you,
Yeah, like
when
I
he passed
literally never
away,
heard of them. I thought they were. I didn't even know it was a person. Not even gonna
yeah, it
lie.
was
Like I
like,
didn't even know it was a
and that's
person,
okay.
let alone a rapper.
The same thing happened with Nipsey Hussle. When he died, a lot of Nipsey Hussle fans came out of the woodwork. And I was like, and then me, I was never a Nipsey Hussle fan. Like, I didn't even know who Nipsey Hussle was.
Me either.
So when he died, I listened to his music, and the only thing I said was, I am mad that I never knew about him because he used to spit bars. So I'm like, how
Uh,
did I not know about this guy?
right, yeah. Like he's in a lot of music that I've actually heard before with other people. I just
Seriously.
didn't know that was him. So yeah, I thought that
And
was kind of
then,
crazy.
so when that happened, and I started listening to his music, I wasn't saying like, "Oh, long live Nipsey Hussle."
Right, yeah, you weren't being
I
all like
wasn't. Yeah, like I
ride or
wasn't
die.
there.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah, I
wasn't
hate
there.
that.
So no, don't do that. That's weird. But that's what social media does. It makes everything a popularity contest. It's like social media will take a serious thing that happened and turns it into a joke.
Oh my god. I was just about to say that. Like I mean, I haven't like watched like when live really came about on Facebook or whatever. Like I don't know if you remember, but there was somebody that had committed suicide on live.
Yeah,
And the video, like how you can share it and then people tune in. People were sharing that shit around. I'm like, why would somebody want to watch somebody kill themselves? Like
yeah.
that's literally mind blowing. Or when like women get on live, I mean not every woman, but I've seen women be on live and just smoking and their kids are in the background just living life. And I'm just like,
I'm
I feel like it
talking.
takes away from the privacy too. You know what I'm saying? The people's lives.
I'm
People
talking.
feel like they have to know about everything.
I was on Facebook one day and somebody has screenshotted this woman's live. She has said, she said in the live, hey, y'all watch my kids real quick. I gotta go do something. Left her kids and
Oh
had
yeah,
these.
I think I've seen something like that before. I'm like, oh wow, that's
And I
horrible.
was like, only in 2020.
Right, yeah. Only in
Only in
2020 will you rely on live to watch your child. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like, I feel like social media has been good about like, getting the bad people, like that aren't really supposed to be walking around like, like it's good about, showing, oh, like they really fucked up. Like, they need to be behind bars. They need to, suffer their consequences for their actions. Like, I don't know if you remember, but there was this stud, I think it was sometime last year. She was on live and she was letting the baby smoke
I think, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
they're blunt and like the girl, of course she went to jail, but I'm just like, why do people think like there should be certain things that you don't post online? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, why would you be giving the baby, like that's clearly insane, but
And
like
if you're, and like, if you're gonna do it, don't put it on camera. Like,
yeah,
what's
I feel
good
like
with
people
you?
just tell on themselves, like, like they clearly are recording themselves with this gun, this, I mean, whatever. People do whatever they want,
Don't
I,
even get me started with these internet thugs. Like an internet thug will
yeah,
literally
like I hate
have,
them.
like, they will literally have the most illegal gun that you can have as a
Yeah,
normal
they probably
person.
killed
Coming
somebody with it
out
and
here
just
with
showing
big
everybody.
AKs. It's like they coming out here with big AKs talking about. I'm
Yeah,
sitting there.
like
I'm
I
like,
guess the internet is good about, like bringing light to like the idiots. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
people, for some reason, people do tune in to the craziest stuff. People wanting to kill themselves or forbid somebody
Unfortunately,
having sex with a kid. Like people are just sick. People just want to see stuff for whatever reason. So it's
I
like,
know I don't because I don't, because curiosity most definitely killed the cat. So I'm on my business.
Oh my god, yeah. Like,
Seriously.
did you watch that or that thing on Netflix about the killer video? I think it's called the killer video with the cat or something like that. Like, basically,
Mm-hmm.
the dude, he was recording everything he was doing. He was killing cats and killing dogs, and like this shit is all online.
That is wild. But back to your point on saying
Yeah,
that it
like,
brings but so back to your point when you was talking about how it brings light to people doing dumb things. That is true. But one thing I've also noticed with social media nowadays is that it does not take much to get quote unquote canceled. It does not take much at all.
oh yeah, no, not at all. Like, if you don't have, within that first few seconds of something that's gonna bring in the attention, people are definitely just,
Yeah,
they
that
don't even know you exist.
yeah, that and this generation is very sensitive. Very sensitive. So it's like if you say anything that's not a popular opinion, you'll get canceled because you don't agree with everyone else.
Right, yeah, you're not following along with, the
What
current
we're doing
trends.
in this
Yeah, like the
society.
current thought process on, oh, this is good or this is bad. Like, I forgot the rapper's name or whatever she was, but she had killed the dude. She shot him in the head or something like that. And like, people are like, oh, well, what about the dude that, I guess there was a dude that killed the girlfriend or something. It was all this like back and forth about like gender stuff, and I'm just like, honestly, like, society has like made such a big deal about gender roles and how men are supposed to live and how women are supposed to live. It's just like, it's just too twisted, you know what I'm saying? Honestly,
It
live your
really
life the way you
is.
want to live, but just because you're a woman, that doesn't mean you can't, or just because you're a man, that doesn't mean you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
shouldn't dictate what you can or cannot do, or how you may react to something that may happen because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Exactly. It's
that's
like
just, I don't understand that. Like,
I, I know my senior year of school, we used to have conversations like that all the time about men versus women. And they would get mad at me when I would get irritated if we were having this conversation in class like the third time this week. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God.
yeah, like,
and
what
then
more is there to talk about? Like,
some of my classmates will get irritated. They're like, oh, so you just don't care. I'm like, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're a woman. If you know how to do this task as well as I do, I don't care. Then do it. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell you you can't do it because you're a woman. Like that's
woman,
fine.
right? Yeah, like,
Like I
I
don't
feel like
care.
society really has been fucked up with that, because like, even in my own personal, like, like my family and stuff, like, they're like, oh, so who's the man and who's the woman in the relationship? Mind you, I'm dating a woman, and I'm like, what do you mean? We're both women. There's no man in a relationship. Well, doesn't somebody have to be more dominant than the other? No, that's not that it doesn't have to be like that. Just because a straight, like, obviously a straight man and a straight woman are together, that doesn't mean the man has to always be dominant. What is he even being dominant with? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? It doesn't have to be a tit for tat. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like, I
like
don't. It really does irritate me, because it's like, no, we're
yeah.
two women. Like, you're like almost disregarding the fact that we're two women dating each other. Why do you think it has to be somebody more masculine than the other, or more? We're both women. Does it even matter? No.
Yeah, it's like every girl I've dated, they'll be like, okay, well, or like every girl I've met, I'm not even gonna say to date it because I try not to date toxic girls for this reason. Most girls I meet say, well, are you toxic? Because my man has to tell me what to do and did it. And I'm like, why
Yeah,
do I
like
have
trying to
to do
control
that?
everything, like where you go, what you do, what you wear. Like, no, that should not how the relationship should be. Your
And
man
I'm
or
sitting
woman should
here,
be able to trust you enough, you know what I'm saying, to where
right.
wherever you go, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to worry about them trying to talk to somebody. It has nothing to do with you being the man and you telling your woman what to do and how to do. It has nothing to do with
And
that.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, why do I have to do that? We're both adults. You know
Yeah,
right
why
from
do I have
wrong.
to monitor like what you're doing and where you're going and all that? Yeah,
Like,
that's insane.
you know right from wrong. So you know if a dude is trying to get with you, hey, I have a boyfriend. Maybe I shouldn't flirt with them. Why do I have to blow up your phone and go everywhere with you and fight every guy that tries to talk to you? Then I'm gonna have to fight everybody we walk past. I'm
Right,
not gonna do
because I mean,
that.
there's other men, like in the world, like people are gonna look. You know what I'm saying? But it's like just because
I'm
people are
not gonna
looking,
do
that don't
that.
mean you have to do anything about it. Yeah, it's honestly, we should probably make another collab video talking about gender roles because I can talk about that all day.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
should
yeah,
for
granted,
sure
it gets tiring
do
about
that.
talking about it, but like, I feel like we definitely should talk about it more because it's like,
People don't.
till this day, I'm still getting questions about, oh, who's the man and who's the woman, or who wears the pants. And it's like, what does that even mean? That doesn't
It's
even make
like,
sense. We both wear pants. Like, what? Like, we both wear pants.
yeah.
Like, I'm not really sure what you're really trying to
What you
ask, you know?
like? What you mean? Hey, what? I don't know,
Yeah, like
but
we're both supposed to wear dresses and skirts, no pants at all, or
yeah.
something. Like, it doesn't really make
It's
sense.
like
But I
okay.
feel like,
It's
what you
like
about to say?
um yeah. Like I've never understood that. It's like, and then it's this huge trend of on social media of women saying if a man takes me on a date, he got to spend this much, and I'm not helping pay for nothing, and he has to. It's like women
Yeah,
now.
like, no, that's
It's like
super like
women now.
backwards.
It's like women now. And then I saw somebody on this talk show on TikTok, and this woman said, and then she said, her stuff like money doesn't affect her. So if she goes out on a date with somebody, she can help pay for it. Like, and like whenever it comes to bills, her and her man, they can split their bills.
Yeah, it's
For
like an
some
equal
reason,
thing.
women have this thing now where they say, "Oh, well, my man got to do this. He got to do that. He got to,"
Yeah,
and it's
no,
like,
like, yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, if y'all both live in a house together and you both, make a mess, you both have to clean. You know what I'm saying? You both should be responsible to clean it up. Granted, maybe you do this one day and then he do this the next day, but like, I don't think it should be okay. Woman stay home, cook, clean, the man go to work. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, I feel like you both should be, if you're both capable, you should be able to bring in money and, bring both to the table. Like, cause that's why people get together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed
okay,
to,
like,
up your person. You know what I'm saying? Just how you're supposed to, like, it's a vice versa thing, not like, oh, you're the man, you just do this, like, you only take out the trash and then the woman stay home and cook and raise the kids. Like, I cannot deal with that. It's so
yeah, it's
crazy.
like I'm gonna say this. It's like I'm gonna say this, and I hope I don't get canceled for saying this. I really hope. But honestly, the way I look at it is that I find it all crazy. It's like, first of all, as far as women staying home and men going out, I feel like these feminists have already killed that. It's like people like that pick and choose when they want to be equal. It's like, okay, I want us to be treated equal. I want to go out and work. I want to do this. And then when it's like, okay, well, help me pay some bills. Well, no, you're the man in the relationship. You know, like, what? Like, you
Yeah,
just
it's
said you
it's
want to be
like you
treated
talk
equal.
about it, you talk about change, but they don't act on the change. Like,
It's like you just said you want to get treated equal. You just said. That's like being a famous person and you're like, hey, just treat me like a regular person. And then when they say, okay, well, go to the back of the line, and you're like, well, that's not what I mean. I mean, it's like, no, no, that's literally what you said. So stick to it.
right, but yeah, I feel like it's really just it's been something that's been twisted around, for so long that people don't even realize that it's an issue.
Seriously. I'm
Like,
glad you
especially
said
like
that.
especially the older people, like I said, like my granny, she's definitely okay with my sexuality, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. Like, she loves my girlfriend, but like she still doesn't understand because she'll ask me all the time, who wears the pants, even though, you know what I'm saying, like my girlfriend cooks more, but like I'm not really a big cooker. I happen to love to clean, but like if something is dirty and I don't feel good, she'll clean up. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a tit for tat. Like, we both will clean up. You know what I'm saying? I
It's
just
not
enjoy
like a
cleaning.
Right. So it's not like
Yeah, it's
okay, I
not like
already
it's a
cooked.
task. It's a strict
So get
task.
up. So get up and go wash them dishes because I already
Right,
cooked.
yeah, it's not like she's forcing me to do it. It's not
It's
that at
like
all. And it's like me personally, I don't want to have a dirty house. Now, as of right now, I'm, pretty much a stay at home, girlfriend, dog, mom. I don't work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it makes sense for me to clean up. You know what I'm saying? But when she's home, she cleans up. When she doesn't have to work, she cooks. When she works, I cook. You know what I'm saying? We take turns doing stuff. So it doesn't feel like, okay, I'm stressed because I got to do this, I got to do that. And then she's only responsible for what, going to work? No, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still lives here too. So therefore, she should be just as responsible. Vice versa. If I had to go to work, I would still come home and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't understand why, it's just really a societal issue. But I don't
yeah.
know when it will come, to change. I feel like it's really gonna take a whole miracle, to really, people just have to think different in order to
Yeah.
get different results. So
But in order for people to think different, they have to have an open enough mind to do that. And
yeah,
what I mean
definitely.
by
They
that,
have to
yeah,
see
it's
it as an
like
issue. They
yeah,
have to actually see it.
like people are very close minded. And that's the problem into it. Like, let's look at this pandemic. People aren't taking this pandemic as serious as they should due to social media. Like everybody is cracking jokes about it and all of that. And people aren't taking like people don't even wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, like now it's mandated, but yeah, some people don't even think it's real.
yeah.
I mean, I had the COVID. That's actually another video that I'm gonna have to do on my YouTube channel. But I actually had the COVID. Like
Hmm.
it for me, it wasn't as bad as they were making it seem like, on the news. Like, thankfully, I didn't have to be hospitalized or anything like that. But like, I definitely had the COVID. I'm young. I have a lot of health problems. I don't go anywhere, and I still got the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just goes to show that anybody can get the COVID.
I
Yeah,
had a
some people
friend.
may or may not die. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah.
people aren't taking it serious enough. Like, we already didn't been in quarantine so many, for so long. It's like I don't know when people are gonna really wake up and realize that, you could die from this, but you walking around without a mask or you not washing your hands and being cleanliness and stuff like that does affect everybody else.
Yeah, like the way I look at it is if I was like one, I had a friend who caught COVID. But when she caught COVID, I tried to talk her out of it. She hits me up one day and goes, "Hey," I was like, "What's good?" And she was like, "You want to go to the beach?" I was like, "No, I don't want to go to the beach."
Did she have
And
COVID when
then
she asked you that?
no, she caught COVID after going to the beach.
Oh, see.
And then she calls me a week or two. And then she calls me a week or two later and goes, "Yeah, I caught COVID." I was like, "Hmm,
Mm.
luckily,
Yeah, like I
man."
didn't I didn't go anywhere to get COVID. Like somebody actually gave it to me that came to my house, but it's like it's okay to go out and still live, but you just have to like, play it out. Like make sure you're not around a lot of people. They say don't be in groups. Obviously have your mask. Like I carry around little hand sanitizer and just some disinfectant wipes. I mean, like that's really all you can do, but you just
Which
acting like it doesn't exist. That definitely is not gonna help.
yeah, like for somebody like me, I don't like people anyways. So when this whole COVID thing came out, I was like, you shouldn't be in groups in more than 10 people. I'm like, I don't even have 10 associates. I have one
Right.
friend. So yeah. But yeah, social media has most definitely changed a lot of things in the world. It's like it's like now everything is literally a joke. If somebody dies, it's a joke.
Yeah, I mean,
If
people literally will sit there and watch somebody die before they actually do anything about it. I mean, yeah, by then it'll probably be too late, but yeah, it's horrible, honestly.
everybody thinks it's a joke, and I don't get it. It's like it's like again, like back to these rappers. Like I remember a rapper had passed away that was apparently beefing with King Von, and everybody laughed at him. Died was like ah.
Like basically that's what he got? Were they like
Yeah,
beefing? That's horrible.
yeah, beefing, and I guess he died. And then the way he died had nothing to do with King Von, but he still died. And
Mm.
everybody was laughing at it. Was like, that's what he get. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
horrible. I mean, honestly, like when I started posting about all my like health stuff on my
mhm.
own like, social media, people I mean, like I couldn't believe how people just didn't even care. Like just even as simple as oh, liking the post or oh, I hope things get better. Like people just didn't even care. And I'm just like, I literally said I'm depressed. I can't work. I can't even walk. I'm just in a
Yeah,
cave. I'm having hip
yeah,
surgery in my 20s. I mean, like, how
yeah,
real can it get? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I
Like,
know.
I'm not doing this because I want attention. I'm not doing this for anything other than the fact that I'm literally suffering and I don't know how else to tell people that I'm suffering, but to post that I'm suffering. Like it's just
Seriously,
mind blowing. Like and it's just like I don't know.
seriously.
I guess social media really has brought light to me seeing who really is down for me and who's not. And like it's sad to say the people that I really thought would be the ones they're just not, and that's fine. I just now know that me not being as social and just not having many friends. I mean, I definitely want more friends, but it just doesn't seem like it'll be beneficial right now. Because, like, I need people that are actually going to care about me and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be
Exactly,
friends with you because it's going to benefit you or it's going to benefit me. Like, I really want
exactly,
a genuine relationship or,
exactly,
friendship.
exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, though, like everything you said, it makes sense. It's like on social media, it's like everything is a popularity contest. Everything. How many likes you got, how many views you got. Yeah. People
Yeah,
won't really
it's like
support
super
you.
disgusting.
It's like people won't really support you or genuinely care for you unless you're like famous and this person knows you and that person knows you.
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely like word by
yeah.
mouth type stuff. And
It's
like if
like
people are into what you're doing.
exactly. But it's certain things I feel like you don't really have to be into it because like if you got a real channel like you do, then you
Yeah,
would think
I
people would
just
be
don't
like, "Oh,
see
that's
why
real."
it would right, yeah, like I don't see why it would be hard for people to be like, "Oh my god, like she's super inspirational, like, like this is a positive thing. I want to share this." Like that's what I want people to think. Or, "Oh, I can really relate to that." Like nothing like, "Oh, she's just trying to get popular." Like I don't see how people can
Yeah.
just think like that. Like they're always thinking, "Okay, what can I do to get attention? What can I do for people to just for me to go viral or like what can I do?" And it's like, no, that's not why social media was created. I mean, granted, I'm sure it was created in some extent, to get people to be more, like connected with other people, especially around the world. But yeah, I feel like there's more cons than there's pros with social media, definitely.
With social
For
media,
sure.
you like the thing with social media is to do it, you can't be a very sensitive person because you are gonna go through a few things on social media. You might encounter acts of racism towards you, a lot of hate towards you for no reason. Like it's a lot of things you will go through being on social media.
Yeah, I mean, like people just find people to just talk about and bully. Like cyberbullying just went to a whole nother level. Like as far as hacking people's stuff, making it seem like they're doing something crazy, and just basically
Right.
drawing people over the edge. Yeah, that part is super scary. I think that was like one of the reasons why I didn't post, at first on my YouTube channel because I was terrified, that people would, like this is my personal stuff. People are going to say stuff. I mean, like I know that for a fact, but when you actually see it on your stuff, it hits harder because it's like, damn, like,
Yeah, like I know when I was younger in school, if we had beef with each other, we would just talk about each other in school to each other's face. Because when I was younger, social media wasn't popping like that, and not to mention we were kids. It's
right.
kids literally, it's kids literally running around with like iPhone 11s and 12s and got the new Pixel phones from Google. Like
Yeah,
kids
like that
running around
whole
with.
like gear stuff, that shit just went to a whole nother level, like for real. Like my
Yeah,
cousins all have phones. I'm like, I didn't even get my first phone until before I was about to go to high school. Like
I
right
know.
before. Not
I
way before.
I I know. Right when I was, I know when I was a kid, if we had beef with each other, we talked about it. And if we fought, we fought. If or we would just argue about it.
Right, yeah. Like you
Now,
physically deal with it, but not
yeah.
online.
But now it's like people will really beef over Snapchat and beef on Facebook. Like you
Yeah,
know
there's
how
too many
many
things to beef on. Like,
right. You know how many times I will watch a high school fight at my school and then I'll be like, how did it start? Oh, he was talking about his girl on Snapchat. Wait,
yeah,
what?
like who cares? Like
Wait, what? He said that he smashed his girl on Snapchat, so they came to school and they fought. Okay.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
super petty stuff too. Like the stuff
Yeah.
that people really should talk about, they don't. But the stuff that really doesn't matter, people just blow up all the time. And it's just
I
like
I
I'm
tell
just
you.
over it. I'm
I
over
tell
it,
you.
honestly.
I say it all the time. People in this country be worried about the wrong shit. I say it all the time. And that goes from the government officials to the regular people in this,
Yeah,
especially
like
the
down to
government
the locals.
officials.
Like it's like a whole system failure.
It's like if we want to talk about how they be worried about the wrong thing as far as the government, we got global warming, world hunger, a whole
Yeah,
pandemic
like
to be worried about.
yeah,
You
people don't
know,
even have water.
yeah, people don't even got clean water now. But we're worried about what color skin you got and who you choose to lay in bed with at the end of the night. Those are the two main focuses right now in this country. Me personally, I don't care about either. I don't care who you lay in bed with at night. I don't care. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't I don't
Yeah, like
care.
at the end of the day, we're all people. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own purpose, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But it really shouldn't be as, like, oh, well, you're black. So, you know, you
It's
may or may
like
not be successful. Or most likely you won't be successful.
that's
Or
why
the
Trump
likelihood of you being successful is slim.
that's why
Like,
Trump that's why Trump would get on my nerves so bad because it's like this man will go on there and talk for hours. And it's like, you're worried about the wrong shit.
yeah, like and on Twitter though, like that's the crazy part. Like y'all really elected like a fucking celebrity. Like a celebrity, that only the racists care about. Only granted there's black people that like Trump, but those people need help.
I've noticed that a lot of people in LG, I don't know every letter for it, but I know a lot of people who do date the same gender. For some reason, think Trump is on their side. So how do you feel about that? Because like I've talked to a few people like that, and they're like, Trump's on my side. He did that.
uh
And I'm like,
I mean, honestly, he's like, I wouldn't, I like, I don't know. Hate is definitely a strong word, but like, I don't think he's on my side. Like, I don't think he cares about the LGBT community, especially the black LGBT community. Like, I feel like personally, there's nothing that he's done that has benefited me. Yeah, granted, you pass stimulus checks, but it's like on all
yeah,
seriousness, I can go through $1,200 in a day. I can go through $600 in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to look at my finances, that's not really going to do anything for me, especially if you're not giving it to me every month.
like
And
yeah,
like
like
I had to fight for disability for 4 years. The year that he got elected is when did he get elected? 2016.
yeah. 2016
Yeah,
is when he
yeah.
got elected.
Yeah, that's when I started applying for disability. I literally just got approved for disability in May of 2020. You know what I'm saying? So like there's nothing that he has done that has benefited me. There's no reason for me to want to elect him as a president or if anything. Honestly, I think he needs to be in jail. Really, you could probably just kill him at this point
That's
because he's got people thinking that the election the election was basically fraud and all this other stuff. Like he got people thinking that the COVID isn't even real.
That's why they're trying to impeach him now because what he did, and this goes into white privilege, I feel like.
Oh
Um,
yeah, definitely. Because if this was Obama doing this, they would have been got him out of there. Soon as he
cause
would have fucked
like,
up one time, they would have got him out of
and
there
they
immediately.
and look, they tried to do it a few times because if you remember, they fought him on the Obamacare. But that's a different conversation for another episode.
Yeah,
But
definitely a
look,
different conversation. We got
different
many
conversation for
conversations that we
another
can have
episode,
because
bruh.
yeah, it's like we can go on and on and on. Just know, social media is, it's a gift and a curse at the same time. It's just about how
Seriously.
you choose, to use it.
Okay, so with that being said, how do you use your social media?
I use my social media for my own personal use, really to just, cope. Coping is like my number one thing to do because I
Hmm.
just go through so much, and it's like mentally to try to deal with everything, it gets hard, to try to keep everything in my mind. So utilizing my social media, to share things that I like, or I take a lot of pictures when I travel, just
Hmm.
any little adventure, anything positive, anything that I am passionate about, I utilize that within my social media because I think that's important, just to show who I am. Everything that I post is authentic. Nothing is for anybody else. It's only for my own, my own entertainment. If you don't like it, whatever. If you do, great. I'm always loving the
Right,
support, but I'm essentially doing it for my own wealth and health. So,
right. I know me personally. I use my social medias to talk to the people who I choose to, and recently I've been using it to try to promote this YouTube channel. But other than that, it's like I could go without using social media because everybody who I really mess with know to just text my number or call
yeah, exactly.
me.
For sure. I mean, like if it wasn't for my YouTube channel, I wouldn't be on social media.
Yeah,
Like
I feel
seriously,
that.
because it's like
I
there's
don't
really
blame
no
you.
reason for me to be on there. Like I listen to my own music. I don't need to stay in tune with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know what's going on with me like currently, then you just don't need to know at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless I obviously post it on my social media. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with if it wasn't for the YouTube, I literally would probably delete all my social medias. Like I tried to delete my Facebook, but it wouldn't even let me. Crazy thing. Like it wouldn't even let me delete my
Facebook,
Facebook. Cause my
it's like
email that
when
I
you,
use, it's connected to all my other stuff. And it's like if I would have known that's how it was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have did it like that. But
when you do social media, it's like a contract. And then if
yeah,
you
like
wanna,
basically you're signing
and
your life
then
away.
if you wanna delete it, it's like no.
Yeah, like
In
or you
in
can delete it,
section
but it
B,
won't delete everything.
yeah, it's like in
It won't
section
delete
B dash
everything.
three, it says that you cannot leave under any circumstance. You're stuck. No.
Yeah, and it like asks you like, oh well, what can we do to keep you? And it's like nothing, nothing. There's nothing
I
that
want to go.
that benefits me about this. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to
Right.
be
It's
on it.
like, right. It's like
I
I hate
almost
it
feel
here.
forced. Yeah, I hate it here. I feel kind
I
of
hate
forced to
it
be on social
here.
media because
Yeah,
everybody else
yeah.
is on social media. And then like even my girlfriend, like one time I went on a strike. I just wasn't on nothing. Like I had deleted all the apps off my phone. Like I kept my accounts, but I deleted them. And like everybody's like, "Oh, did you see this?" Like, I didn't see it. I told you I was deleting my stuff. Why are you asking me? Like, and you know what? Honestly, I felt so at peace once I was off of stuff for a little bit. Like I felt like I could really get stuff done. I didn't feel stressed. There was nothing negative on there. Like there was nothing that was going to distract, the positive energy that I was bringing in my own self. And I'm just
I
like, see?
know I know when I was in military school, obviously we can't have phones there. When I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't on social media and talking to the people who I was talking to, it was like I wasn't completely at peace, but it was like I don't have to deal with that anymore back at home.
Right. No, for real.
And then whenever I came back, it was a lot of things I missed, of course, but it was like, this is why.
Yeah, it's like it's
I,
almost not worth it, to know about certain stuff, especially if there's nothing you can do about it.
it's like I
Like
come
that
back
sounds
and I'm like, oh, did you hear so and so got into a fight and now so and
right,
so is dating? And it's like,
right.
and I'm
I'm
like,
like,
bro, you. It was when I came back from military school when I realized I didn't like people. Before I went to military school, I was a people person. Like I would try to have big groups of friends.
Hmm.
And when I came back, it was like, nope, don't like people anymore.
Yeah, like
Okay.
when I went through all my stuff, like with my health, or like I basically was forced to be isolated, because I physically couldn't do anything. That's when I realized, like, ugh, I really don't like people as much as I used to. Because I'm definitely a social butterfly. I love to talk. I can converse with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But like now, I just prefer to be, I wouldn't say alone, but like I'd rather be with less people. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like I don't
got
have to be around people to be entertained. I can entertain myself just fine.
I would literally
Like
turn on
I
my
don't need people.
Xbox. Like
Okay.
I would literally turn on my Xbox and play Madden or play GTA. Like the people I talk to
Yeah,
now
you
are
don't
my
need people.
parents, and my homie, which me and him have been friends since like sophomore year of high school.
Oh
So
wow, yeah.
we've been close for a while now. But other than that, I don't care to have other friends. Like I've even had people reach out to me on these social medias and be like, "Oh well, you seem cool. Let's be friends." I'm like, I got enough of those.
No, for real. Like if
Oh
you're
no,
like I'm at the point where if you're not willing to make trips with me or come see me or anything like that, I can't even give you the time of day because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody I could actually
kick
we
it
can
with.
actually do stuff with. We can actually have a real friend relationship. I don't want to text. I
It's
don't care
like
to text. I'd rather FaceTime. Like I'd rather see you in person. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
tell people
obviously,
this all the time. I'm like, if you want to talk to me, call me.
yeah, like I'm not about to be sitting there
Call me.
texting. Obviously, I'm gonna text certain people. You know what I'm saying? You're at work, something like that. But like, I'm not about to just be on my phone texting all day. That's not me at all. Like, I can find something more productive to do.
Seriously,
So, but yeah,
that's
I,
what I'm
I think
saying.
this was a good collab video because social media
Yeah,
is it just plays a lot in everybody's lives, and I think talking about the pros and cons and maybe what us as a society can do to maybe make it
make
to
it
where there's
better.
more pros than cons. I feel like
Yeah,
that would benefit everybody, including like the world. But it's definitely going to take
seriously.
a lot of work and for people to really see that there are issues within social media platforms and just all the other stuff. So
Seriously. But hey, y'all, with all that being said, y'all, this is going to end another video on the LT show. Hey, I hope all of y'all enjoyed the video as always. I want y'all to comment down below what videos that y'all want to see in the future. Smash that like button. Like, go crazy on the like button for me, on me. I want y'all to share this video on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Snap, all of that. But hey, y'all, this was your boy LT. This was the homie Sunny Vibes,
yeah, thanks for
and
having me.
we gonna catch y'all on to the next video. This your boy LT, and I'm out.
All right.